Who is the thief? The members of the Unity Cooperative Society had spent all year saving money for their end of year benefits. Farmers, traders, teachers, mechanics, and widows had contributed faithfully. By December, the cooperative account held 18 million naira. The money was scheduled to be withdrawn and shared among members on Saturday morning. But on Friday night, disaster struck. The cooperative's cash reserve and transfer authorization documents vanished. By dawn, the account had been emptied. 18 million naira was gone. The chairman called the police. Only 6 people had access to information capable of moving the money. One of them was a thief. Suspect 1, the chairman, Chief Emeka Okafor. Chief Emeka was respected by everyone, but investigators discovered something troubling. Just weeks earlier, he had secretly placed a deposit on a luxury SUV. When questioned, he claimed the money came from a relative abroad. Yet, he could not immediately provide proof. Was the respected chairman hiding something, or was it merely bad timing? Suspect 2, the treasurer, Mrs. Grace Johnson Grace, handled most financial records. She knew account balances better than anyone. Investigators learned her daughter had recently gained admission into an expensive university. The family was struggling to raise tuition fees. She had motive, she had knowledge, but would she risk her reputation for money? Suspect 3, the secretary, Mr. Samuel Adeyemi. Samuel prepared many of the documents used for transactions. A week before the theft, he was seen arguing loudly with cooperative executives. Some members claimed he threatened to teach them a lesson. Was it anger, or was it the warning of a man planning revenge? Suspect 4, the security guard Musa Ibrahim Musa, was on duty the night the money disappeared. Curiously, he reported sleeping through most of the night. Even more suspicious, CCTV cameras stopped recording for nearly 2 hours. Was he bribed, or was someone trying to frame him? Suspect 5, the IT consultant Daniel Easy. Daniel maintained the cooperative's digital records. He understood passwords, backups, and security procedures. Investigators discovered that the unauthorized transfer originated from a device using credentials he had once helped configure. But that same fact made him an easy suspect. Had someone used his knowledge against him? Suspect 6, the cleaner Amina Bello. Nobody suspected Amina at first. She earned a modest salary and quietly did her work. Yet, investigators learned she had access to every office after closing hours. She often entered rooms unnoticed while cleaning. Days before the theft, a member reported seeing her near the records cabinet. Was it innocent cleaning or connaissance? The Clues police found 6 puzzling clues, no signs of forced entry. The thief knew the transfer schedule. The security cameras were disabled. Certain documents disappeared before the transfer. A large amount of money was moved electronically. Every suspect had a believable motive. The chairman had debt. The treasurer needed tuition money. The secretary held a grudge. The guard controlled access. The consultant understood the systems. The cleaner could move unnoticed. The evidence seems to point in different directions. Each suspect had opportunity, knowledge, or motive. Each could realistically be guilty, yet only one person stole the 18 million naira. Who is the thief? And more importantly, what clue did everyone overlook? Inbox. The investigation gets darker. The disappearance of 18 million naira shook the entire community. What initially looked like a simple theft was becoming something far more complicated. As investigators dug deeper, every suspect appeared guilty, and every new discovery created even more questions. Suspect 1, Chairman Emeka. The police finally obtained records concerning the luxury SUV. Surprisingly, there really was a relative abroad who had sent him money. But another discovery raised eyebrows. 3 months earlier, Emeka had quietly taken a personal loan of 5 million naira. The loan repayment date was only 2 weeks away. Even worse, investigators found that he had recently visited the cooperative office late at night on 2 occasions. When asked why, he said he was reviewing documents for the annual meeting. No one could verify his explanation. Was the chairman preparing for the meeting or preparing for a robbery? Suspect 2, Treasurer Grace. Grace's financial situation looked worse than anyone imagined. Her daughter's university fees were not the only problem. Her husband had lost his business and owed several creditors. One creditor had reportedly threatened legal action. Investigators discovered that Grace had downloaded copies of the cooperative's financial records to a flash drive days before the theft. She explained that she was preparing reports. That sounded reasonable. Yet no one could explain why she took the files home. What exactly was on that flash drive? Suspect 3, Secretary Samuel's anger toward the cooperative executives was real. Several witnesses confirmed hearing him complain that senior officers were benefiting while ordinary members struggled. Then another witness came forward. 3 nights before the theft, Samuel was seen near the office after closing hours. When questioned, Samuel admitted being there, but he claimed he had forgotten some documents and returned to collect them. Investigators checked the office logbook. There was no entry showing he signed in. Why would he forget to sign? Or did he never intend anyone to know he was there? Suspect 4, security guard Musa's story kept changing. First, he said he slept from midnight until dawn. Then he claimed he woke briefly around 2 a.m. Later, he remembered hearing a vehicle outside. The contradictions worried investigators. Then they made a shocking discovery. Only one person had manually disabled the CCTV system before. That person was Musa. He had done so months earlier during maintenance. Suddenly, the guard had both knowledge and opportunity, but there was a problem. His bank account showed no unusual deposits. If he stole millions, where was the money? Suspect 5, IT consultant Daniel looked increasingly suspicious. The unauthorized transfer had been made using credentials connected to a system he helped install. Investigators searched his office. They found nothing. No cash, no suspicious transfers, no luxury purchases, nothing. Then, a cybercrime expert uncovered a disturbing fact. The transfer was executed by someone who understood the system extremely well. The operation was clean, professional, almost too perfect. Could Daniel be hiding behind his expertise? Or was someone intentionally making the crime look like an insider cyber attack? Suspect 6, cleaner Amina's case became stranger by the day. A witness reported seeing her near the records room one evening. When questioned, she explained that she was cleaning. Reasonable. But then investigators learned that she possessed a spare key that management had forgotten about. That key could open nearly every office door. Amina admitted having the key, but she insisted she never used it outside working hours. Then came another surprise. The day after the money vanished, she paid several months of overdue rent. Where did the money come from? Amina claimed her brother helped her. Police had not yet confirmed the story. The hidden clues. As investigators reviewed everything, they noticed something strange. Every suspect seemed suspicious, too suspicious, almost as if someone had carefully planted clues pointing at everyone. The chairman had debt, the treasurer had financial pressure, the secretary had anger, the guard controlled access, the consultant understood technology, the cleaner had keys. It was the perfect mystery, the perfect distraction. Because while everyone focused on motives, someone was quietly hiding the most important clue. The discovery, a forensic review of phone records, revealed that all 6 suspects had been in contact with one another at different times. Nothing unusual there. But one call stood out. At 11:47 p.m., just hours before the theft, one suspect made a call that lasted only 11 seconds. The recipient immediately switched off their phone afterward. The investigators traced the call. Their faces turned pale. because the call connected two suspects that nobody expected to be working together. The possibility that had never been considered, the man nobody suspected, Peter Denjuma. Peter had worked for the cooperative for 9 years. He drove the chairman to meetings, transported the treasurer to the bank, delivered files for the secretary, spoke with the security guard during night shifts, carried equipment for the IT consultant, helped the cleaner move supplies. Unlike everyone else, Peter interacted with all six suspects. He knew their schedules, their habits, their secrets, and nobody paid attention to him. The shocking discovery: months earlier, Peter had collected duplicate forms from a printing company. He claimed he was sent by the secretary. The secretary denied it. Investigators searched Peter's apartment. Inside a hidden travel bag, they found an old mobile phone. Most messages had been deleted. Forensic experts recovered two messages. Everything is ready. They are all looking at each other. And nobody suspects me. The room fell silent. The unbelievable conclusion: the chairman wasn't the thief. The treasurer wasn't the thief. The secretary wasn't the thief. The security guard wasn't the thief. The IT consultant wasn't the thief. The cleaner wasn't the thief. The real thief was the one person trusted by everyone, the man who carried their files, the man who drove their cars, the man who listened quietly while everyone spoke freely, the cooperative driver. And as police led Peter away in handcuffs, the members finally understood a painful lesson. The easiest person to overlook is often the one standing closest to the truth.